Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those that are new here, my name is Nita and I'm a lifestyle influencer based out of Los Angeles. I thought today I will do like a chatty get ready with me. I'll try to do more of like makeup stuff too, and then also talk about the things on my mind because we just got back from New York. And most of y'all know that we're in the talks of like moving to New York. I just have so much on my mind and we just got back from a week and a half trip. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start real quick by misting my face. I'm using Pixie's Rose Glow Mist because my skin is so dry. Especially after traveling for that long. And we travel again on Tuesday, by the way. I'll try to walk through this while I'm chatting as best as I can, but I'm going to start with priming my face and adding some glow, combining Herborion's Pink Perfect Cream and their Glow Cream. I'm just gonna combine the two and add it to my skin. But yeah, we just got back from Fashion Week and it was like Fashion Week, that's what I'm doing, and apartment or like neighborhood hunting per se, and just meetings, I guess. Everyone is seriously out in New York. There's a few amazing brands here in LA that I'm gonna miss, but we'll come back pretty often, I feel like, if we officially decide to move. But everyone's just in the city, and it's not even that though. Like, honestly, my parents and my sibling know this, but I've always wanted to live in New York since I was a kid. I don't know how old I was. I was just probably like middle school days, maybe even younger. I don't know what it is. I just idolized the state. I was like, oh my God, that's where magic happens. That's where, you know, people go that have big dreams. And I just really, really, really love the city. And I never, ever in my life thought it would be a feasible option for me because, you know, I was born and raised in Texas. I didn't really move around a lot. I moved to Houston for a year for my first year of law school. Then I moved back to Dallas. And then I moved to DC for just a summer for an internship. But that was like the extent. I just never thought I could do it. And New York is so expensive. So I was like, how am I gonna make this work? I'm gonna go in with my go-to, I feel like, foundation lately. It's NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and this is in Barcelona. But I never really saw myself going. And you guys, if you're watching this, you might know my story, and I can do a separate video on that. But ultimately, when we were moving out of Texas, it was between LA and New York. We went with LA. Ajit's more of an LA guy, and I knew both were good for our career. So I was okay with either. We did the whole LA thing. I mean, we're still in LA right now, but I'm not satisfied. Like, I love being here because it's helped our career so much, but there's a lot that I don't get here, like seasons. And I know that sounds silly because it's weather, and it's like you can't really base where you live off weather, I feel like. But it really does affect my mood. I feel like I'd be happier in a place where there was seasons. Also, I do kind of want to ditch my car. I can't do that here in LA because you have to drive everywhere. And everything is so far. If you have a friend in, you know, Redondo Beach, it's like, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. That's a little dramatic, but you know what I mean? It's really hard to see people. You'll go to events and you actually see a lot of new, I shouldn't be wearing white with this, but you see a lot of new faces. I love, and also I'm much more of a city girl. I love buildings. Nature is not my complete jam. Like, I don't love doing all the things like hiking. Like, I'll do it in LA because it's such an LA thing to do and it's a nice workout, but man, I'm more of a city person. So anyway, long story short, we're really thinking about moving to the city when our lease ends, and it ends the first week of May. So that's what we were doing in New York, really just trying to neighborhood hunt. I wanted to look for where I wanted to live, what area, and like what types of buildings were there, what the amenities were in that specific like area. Initially, before we even went there, we're like, okay, Long Island City, that's the place to be. It's up and coming. Amazon's moving there. But guess what? Amazon changed their mind. They're no longer moving there. But it is, in general, an up and coming city. But I talked to people and they're like, well, it's kind of difficult. Like, cabs will charge you more outside Manhattan. I don't know. And it's still kind of quiet. It's not like you're in the city, you know? And if this is going to be something we do, and it's been a lifelong dream of mine, I really have to do it right. I really, really, really have to do it right. I don't know how long we're gonna be in New York for. I don't want it to be a missed opportunity. I don't want to regret not really fully going all out just because I don't know. I just have lots of feelings about New York, but every time I go there, like there's just so many signs to live there, and that could be like, y'all, if you watch my stories, then you know what I'm talking about. But we narrowed it down to Upper East Side, which, you know, don't mind me living up my gossip girl dreams, because that would be so ideal. But Upper East Side, Financial District. Financial District is cool, but it is also kind of quiet. We don't want to be like in a crazy loud freshman-y area, but we also want to be where like we can step out and have like go out to dinner and walk to places, and grocery stores are nearby and whatever. But you guys, it's crazy because I was in a couple of meetings and someone asked me, why do you want to come to New York? Is it just career? Is it just for your career? And oh my God, no. Like, I have always wanted to live here. I love the energy. I now just love the people there after meeting so many people in New York. If you believe and have hope and, you know, have all these aspirations, I feel like that's where you should be. LA is the same too. It's just I'm more of a city person. I really think I think I'll do better there. And it could be because of attitude. It could be just like, you know, more comfortable there. Whatever it might be, who knows really, but I just have a really, really good feeling about New York. So I will keep you guys posted on our move. I'm using Too Faced Chocolate Brownie for my brows. Also, I've got to find a eyebrow place here in LA because I'm not going to Dallas until March or April, like end of March, definitely beginning of April, because I'll be going there for a conference. And I don't think my brows can last. I already had to like pluck them and tweeze some hairs out. I have to focus on this. I have to use very light strokes. Especially once you get towards like the center. I'm really going in with a light hand right there. And as I said that, I was like, yeah, light hand. Not doing too much, just filling in those sparse areas, just a smidgen. All right, good, I'm gonna brush them out and even them out. It's perfect. I'm gonna quickly prime my eyes with Too Faced Shadow Insurance 24-hour anti-crease. Looks like these. I love their products so much, you guys. I've tried to organically put them on my feed as much as possible, but they do have a lot of good stuff, and I really hope to do more giveaways with them, hint, hint, in the future. We're trying to come up with something creative, so stay tuned for that. Oh, it's gonna be more of a YouTube-oriented giveaway, so if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, I would go ahead and just get ahead of the game and subscribe, please. And then that'll help you with the giveaway stuff. Okay, oh, and Too Faced again. I'm gonna use Pretty Rich. This palette I used a lot while I was in New York, so it's kind of like fresh out of my little makeup bag. I'm gonna go with It's Cashmere. Where is it? Oh, this one. It's Cashmere. I'm gonna go in with and do my crease with this shade. But yeah, you guys. Oh yeah, so Ajit I can tell New York has grown on him quite a bit, but I know he's gonna miss LA because he's more into nature, and I know he really loves LA. You know, you can go to the beach, you can go snowboarding, you can do all these things within like a 2-hour drive, which is his big thing, and he loves nature. So it's gonna be a very, very hard move for him, and I'm hoping New York treats him well. I honestly think it's gonna be a really good move. I've had this gut feeling for a while, but LA came first, which is interesting because I feel like a lot of influencers, if they do LA New York thing, they do New York first, and then they move to LA, because most influencers are actually in LA, which is crazy. There's not a ton in New York. A lot of the brands and PR agencies are in New York, but not a lot of the influencers. So I feel like I'm doing it backwards, but I trust the process. For a while, I was like, oh, what if we, you know, go to New York, it's the wrong time, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, everything happens for a reason. We did LA for a reason. Even if it's not totally clear to us now, which I think I think it's clear, but even if it's not, we will figure it out. All I know right now is New York is it for me. New York is where I need to be. I was honestly like, maybe we should just pick up and leave now, but realistically, we have a lease in LA, and I don't know, although our apartment isn't quite in its best condition with like the leaking and whatnot. They've had to gut out our ceiling multiple times, but no big deal. I'm not gonna stress about it. Okay, another shade I'm gonna go into, Oh That's Rich, which is this right here. And I'm just gonna darken up the outer corner right here, right underneath where we drew that in. I'm just gonna go in lightly in windshield wiper motions, just to add some dimension, some definition, and really have like a cool layered effect on my eyes. I don't want to go too high up to hit where our It's Cashmere was, but right underneath, and then blend, 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 blend. That is key. And then the last shade I'm going to use for the top is Filthy Rich. It is such a pretty, pretty brown shimmer. Quick thing, I'm going to take a flat brush like this, and I'm going to spray. I'll just use my Pixie spray. I'm just going to wet it a little bit. Ooh. So I kind of just did this last minute, sorry. I also dipped it in Diamonds for Breakfast. And that's more just kind of like more glittery. And I really like how it's looking on my eye right now. I'm a fan, I'm a fan. Man, Too Faced really, they just have the most amazing palettes. I like to always round out my eyes and do some shadow right here, my lower lash line, but I do it after concealer. I learned this new trick from one of my girlfriends at NARS, and it's genius. So I usually use custard to like brighten, conceal, but she said to start with using honey, and it'll help color correct. And this has been a game changer. So I'm going in with honey right now, and I'm gonna color correct because I have the worst dark circles. It just does such a good job color correcting my dark circles, and I love it. So now it's like I need 2 of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealers instead of 1, but it's so worth it. So if you have a similar skin tone to me, custard would be your go-to for highlight and brighten, and then honey is a good one to color correct if you have dark circles and you need to correct some redness out or whatever it may be. And now I'm gonna go in with custard. And then I'll take it down the bridge of my nose, speckle it up here, right here. I might add a little on my chin. I actually have this pimple, I look crazy. I have this pimple right here, and I like to go in with more of a concealer that's my shade, so I don't like brighten it. And I'm gonna use Tarte Shape Tape in medium real quick, and just dab this right here. Honestly, given how poor I've been eating and just traveling and lack of water, I'm surprised I'm not breaking out more. So I think I owe it to my skincare products. And if you guys want an updated skincare routine, let me know, because I've changed lots of things up for the better. I feel like I found a lot more really good products that work better for my skin. Over the last 6 months, I feel like I've learned more about my skin, and I'm still learning to this day, but I don't know, found new products that work better, and I'd love to share it with you guys. So let me know in the comments down below if you're interested, and I can do an updated skincare video. Oh, speaking of skincare, forget me, Ajit needs to do an updated skincare video. You guys, when we were packing for New York, he wanted to bring, so he has about 23, 24 products for him that he kind of goes through, and that includes like masks and things like that. But he wanted to take at least like 12, 13 skincare products, and they're like massive. They're not even travel size. I was like, okay, it is time to stop. Like, we need to figure out another way. Oh, my hair. We need to figure out another way to travel, because it was insane. And my bag was crazy because we did end up bringing a lot of skincare products, but mostly the ones he wanted. It's so funny how much he's into skincare these days. Like, it's actually really great, I would say, because we get to share products and he's so interested in it. And you know, for someone that's doing it full time, I mean, I hope he's interested in it, because otherwise, you know, why are you doing it full time? But yeah, he's such a champ and he's learned so much and he loves it. So I think maybe we'll do like a men's skincare video as well and break down some of the products that he's been using. I'm gonna go in with Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder and lock in that concealer. I do crease easy, so I try to lock it in ASAP. I do bake sometimes, but that's only if I know it's gonna be a long day. And notice how with the concealer and the sponge, I took it up this way, like kind of like like where your natural wing would go if you were doing eyeliner. And I do that because it really cleans up the shadow. Now for the rest of my face, I'm gonna take Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder and press it into my skin on certain areas, just certain areas. This is one of the few pressed powders I found that doesn't dry my skin. So this is a very good one. If you have dry skin and you're looking for a powder to set your makeup with, highly, highly, highly recommend. So I'm taking Oh That's Rich, and I'm actually gonna just dip it in cashmere. One really cool trick that I like to do is with that, I'm gonna bring that up a little bit and just like give it a little flick, like that. It just gives like a nice soft winged liner using your shadow, and it just uplifts the rest of your face, I feel like. For my inner corner highlight, oh, I know what I'm gonna use. Gosh, this is like an oldie but a goodie. I love this one. It's Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Luscious in here. Oh, this one. I'm gonna just take it in right here and down right here. It gives like that perfect highlight. I love Luscious. I love this whole palette. It's really good. Now we're going to, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to bronze. I'm gonna quickly bronze up my face using this Tarte palette. This is Park Avenue Princess, and I like to just dip my brush in like all these shades, you know? Has a bit of a shimmer. Whoops, dropping things everywhere. Tap the excess, and I'm gonna go in a 3. I tried to post as much as I can on stories with apartments, and you guys are so interested in the apartment hunting process. I think a couple of you guys are moving to New York too, which is so exciting. So I think the next time we go to New York, which will be April, when we actually apartment hunt, like fully look for a unit, I will be vlogging that process to show you what we're looking for and what area has what, and I'll kind of break down price points for you guys too, because at this point I'm very familiar because I've done so much research and I've talked to so many people in New York. So I think I can come up with a very informative moving to New York apartment hunting vlog. I was told central AC is hard to find in New York. That's not something that I want to give up on yet. I found a unit that does have it. So it does exist. You just have to look. And I can help whoever is moving to New York. If you're watching this, I can help you out too. Another thing to note, New York is very different than other places. Like if I hired a broker here in LA or Texas, the landlord pays the broker fee. However, in New York, a lot of places, a lot of buildings, you pay for it if you hire a broker. So you gotta watch out for that. I use an app called Street Easy to look for places you can filter by no fee apartments. However, we might consider getting one just because we're so new, but I'll keep you updated on that. I'm gonna quickly go in with blush, and this is a new blush. I'm literally trying it in front of your eyes for the first time. On the Glow blush is very, very cool because on one side we have a blush and then the other side is like your like glow stick, basically your highlighter. I'm gonna warm it up with my finger, and I'm gonna just place in the apples of my cheek here just to give it some color. We'll blend it out. I like to take it all the way up, by the way. Don't worry if you go in too strong. You can always just kind of blend it out, touch over it with your beauty blender, and diffuse it with some foundation. There's a lot you can do to kind of not make it so harsh. I'm gonna go in quickly with a powder over. I'm gonna use this NARS cheek palette right here. Take all the 4 shades, not the highlighters on the corner, and just lightly brush over it. So if you're gonna be using cream-based products, I always recommend setting it with powder. We're gonna do lashes real quick. The lash curler I'm using, this is a really good one by Lancome. I'm very particular about my lash curlers. So this is also from Lancome, the mascara I'm using. Just a tip, by the way, if you get some of the mascara on the top of your lid, wait for it to dry and flick it off with like a Q-tip or your finger. This mascara is has been one of my favorites lately. I've been using it nonstop. I use it a lot during New York Fashion Week, and I don't think it's too pricey either. One question you guys ask all the time, I posted a photo on stories, or like a little boomerang of my passport. So we are traveling to somewhere very, very exciting, okay? And I'm not gonna reveal it here because I'm just so excited. So just hold on tight. We're gonna go at the end of the month. I have an idea, okay? Just wanna see who's watching this video. If you guess where I'm going internationally, I'll send you a little present from me to you. That could be a gift card or a little box of cute little goodies, some of my favorite products. Comment down below and let me know where you think we're going internationally. We've never been, so that's a hint for those that follow me. I'm just like waving this at you guys, but we've never been, so first time here. Ooh, Laura Mercier. The last thing we're gonna do is, of course, lippy, and I'm gonna use Laura Mercier Fierce. I think this, oh. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this. I just love this color. Texture on this is very like velvety. Goes on very smooth, very pigmented. I'm telling you, I watch people that live in New York and they do their lipstick in the car. I don't know how they do it. I have to be like still aggressively looking at my mirror. I think it's the shape of my lips, to be honest. Okay, I think that is going to be the finished look. Let me quickly spray and set things. This is Urban Decay All-Nighter. That's all I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I tried to talk through a lot of it because I know that for a lot of you, makeup is just like you're just starting out and you're a beginner, and I was there, like I was right there with you almost like 5-6 years ago, and so like I really wanted to talk through the process, what I did, what colors I chose, and why. As you can see, the lip really goes well with the shadows I used. I will link everything down below for you to shop it, and don't forget to guess where Ajit and I are traveling to internationally at the end of this month for a little gift from us to you. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for sitting through this long video, listening to me chat and vent and all the things. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial as well. I try to be as informative as possible. And yeah, we'll chat soon. Bye.